welcome back to the Minion Moto Show. Y'all are probably wondering, Minion. Of course there's people gotta be working over here. Minion, what the hell are we looking at? Why are we looking at two trash cans? Well, because of the fact that they're full of firewood. Okay? My thing is, so this is the last piece of olive tree that I have. Y'all know I have a little 2001 Ford Ranger with the standard 6-foot bed. I did a job for somebody where I had to trim a bunch of branches off of a olive tree, couple of olive trees for them. And I said, hey, I'm gonna take the, I'm gonna save you all some money by not having to run to the dump. And I'm gonna take the branch, stuff, everything that I can with me for firewood, and everything I can't, like the leaves and the real small tiny shit, I'm just gonna throw in your trash can. So that their trash can was empty. They said, yeah, that's great, not a problem. So this is the last piece that I have. This is a stump off of a bougainvillea tree bush type deal that I also dug or took from someone else's house that I did a job for. I had to cut out, this is like the last piece I have of this too. I had a whole bunch of pieces of bougainvillea bushes. There's those ones with those purple flowers that are like they're like purple, they got pink and white, and they're real thin flowers that look like they're like tissue, like tissue paper, that are real thin as shit, So, and the rest of this is just some random shit that I had that I picked up out of the desert. I picked up all these 1x4s, and even some 2x4s I picked up out of the desert and whatever. And I also have this wooden pallet. As you can already tell, I've broken some of it off a little bit, but basically I don't really care what kind of wood I use for my fires. I just get whatever I can, but the only thing I will not use is I will not use tamarisk trees, which I seriously doubt I have any left. I had a couple of small branches like this, of tamarisk trees, but I must have burned them all last night. So I ended up having enough wood to fill these trash cans up like 7 or 8 times. I would say more or less 8 times. And I've already, the last 2 fires I've had, which one was last night and another was about a week ago, I burned, yes, and in that same fire pit thing that you've seen on my video before was over at my dad's house, and I'll talk about this later. The rules and regulate, anyways, the trailer park people are complete pricks, dude. I can't stand it. So that's why I have the fire pit at my house, and I have it in a little location where I can have my own personal fire by myself, away from everybody else. And then I have a big fire pit dug in my yard where I can have a fire in a fire pit with everybody else that I live with. But I had enough firewood to where I could fill these trash cans up at least 8 times. I also had about 5 pallets, and this is the last pallet that I have left, and the last 2 trash cans I had. See, even here, these 2 trash cans were full of the firewood too, but they're empty. So I had 4 trash cans full of firewood and a whole bunch of it piled on the ground over here. But the reason why I have them in the trash can now, I have them sitting on top of a truck bed toolbox underneath my overhang right now, because it rained last week on Thanksgiving, and today's December 3rd, so, which is Tuesday, and it rained last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today's December 3rd, and it's gonna rain again tomorrow, so I don't want my firewood getting soaked from the rain. So, but you know, if you're all interested, and you can tell, last night I was using this as one of those, I don't know what the hell happened to my thing, but I had one of those metal pole things to poke at the fire, but I think it lost it or something. But I was using this piece of wood last night, and that's why it's all burnt at that one end. So I don't know what kind of firewood y'all use, but I'm the type of person, I'm not going to spend $7 on 6 pieces of wood at the damn grocery store that's pine wood that burns up in 20 minutes. I mean, if I ever had to go spend a bunch of money on firewood, then I would, but I'd rather go around, pick up some wood pallets. I don't care if there's nails in it. Really, I don't. Like you can see, there's a nail there. I don't care that there's nails in it. And just like right here, there's nails right there too. I don't care. I'll just be extra careful when I clean out the ashes out of my fire pits and shit. But the one that I have dug in as a hole that I dug in the ground, I don't care, because I either just let it sink into the ground or whatever, and then when it builds up, I just use a shovel to dig it out and throw it away. But if I can get, I'd rather go pick up the wood out of the desert and clean up the desert a little bit and have free firewood. All it would take me to do is just a little bit of gas to get over to any part of the desert out here that I can go to, and you know, some time to, I mean, I can literally fill up the back of my truck in an hour or so with firewood, and I can have enough firewood to last me, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 fires. Like I said, I had those 2 other tree things right there full, and those I burned enough last night to where I emptied both of those trash cans, and I had a lot more wood in both of these trash cans. So basically I burned 3 trash cans worth of wood and 1 pallet last night, and that was within 3.5 hours last night. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, the wood out here is so dry, and this pine wood shit like this is all pine, okay? I mean, this shit is just dry as shit, and it burns real easily and really quick. So it's just kind of, it's almost like straw or hay that you would feed the horses and cows. That's how dry this shit is. Because like these, all of these 2x4s and these 1x4s that I have, I picked these up at the beginning of November, and they've been sitting out there in the desert for like 6 months. So they sat out there during the summer, so it, you know, they dried out pretty quick. This one last piece of olive tree I have here, I've had sitting in a enclosed area where it got really hot for I picked these, I did this job in in May of 2017, and it was finally dry enough to use last December of, like, between November of 2018 and April of 2019. So that took about a year and a half for this shit to dry. And then the same thing with this. I did this back in the summer of 2018, and it's finally dried enough now to where it's probably been dry for about 2 months now, but I had to cut it down because it was a little bit too long, so I had to take a saw and cut it down a little bit that wouldn't fit into the fire pit. So it's been dry for about 2 months, even though I cut this shit, what, 7 months ago, 8 months ago. Shit takes a while to dry. So anyways, just thought if y'all were interested of what kind of firewood I use, there you go. Don't be ashamed of what kind of firewood you use. Doesn't matter. Get whatever the fuck you can and burn it and have fun. Anyways, catch you guys later. Bye.